Good evening, traders. Welcome to AlgoTrading Live. Today we've got an awesome show lined up. I'm really excited about this. We are going to be building two gold expert advisors. One trend following strategy for the higher time frame, daily time frame, and one sort of like scalping mean reversion strategy for the lower time frames. I'm going to take it from the beginning. So guys who've never built an EA before, you could be able to follow this. It's very, very simple to do. We're going to be using the Metatrader 5 wizard to build the EA. And we're going to test, optimize, and see what results we get. I've not done this. I've not used these indicators in these strategies, but you can try it out. All right. So the first thing you do, you open up your Metatrader 5 terminal. Then you get this little thing at the top here that says IDE. Okay, you click IDE. And we'll open up your sort of your editor, your code editor, your MQL5 code editor. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I've already had a no coding, so I'm just going to, you could either create a folder called no coding or whatever name you want to give it. And I'm going to put all my no coding video examples into this folder. The first thing you do, you right click that folder and you say new file. You say expert advisor generated, because we're going to generate, we're not going to code it. You say next. So the first one I'm going to be doing is the trend following strategy. Okay, so let's go. I've already researched, I've been trading gold for many years. I've got algos, I've got 3 or 4 algos running in gold currently. So I already know what sort of works with gold, so I'm just going to go with that. Okay, for the first one, we're just going to call this gold trend. Okay, leave everything as is, the first screen, click next, and we want to add a moving average. So we're just going to be using moving average this one. We don't know what period, let's just make it exponential. We always keep it exponential. Run and close price, weight, we'll keep it weighted at 1. And that is it. Click next. We're going to put in a trailing stop at fixed stop levels. So next, trading with fixed risks. I prefer fixed risks. You could put in lot size if you like, but I prefer fixed risks because that way you could just leave the algo. So the higher your account grows, the larger your lot size is. You don't have to worry about going in, editing the lot size, things like that. You could just set it at 1 or 2% and you just leave it. Then the higher your equity grows, the higher your lot size, so you could just leave it. Okay. That is it. We have written an algo. Simple as that. I'll go Control S just to save everything. And now what we're going to do, you click compile. You have to click compile in order for it to create a exe file out of that, out of the code. No error. So it's compiling. It is compiled. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go into our, and you could see under the folder, so you'd click Expert Advisors, and you'll see all your folders. You'll see your no coding folder, or I call it no coding, whatever you want to call it. And you'll see gold trend. You right in it, and click Test. Now what we're going to do, we're going to optimize it. So we're going to keep it on the daily time frame. Going to run it on gold. Let's see. You guys have any questions while I'm going, just let me know. Okay, we're not going to run on time history, we're just going to do it for 2 years back. Just for now, and then we can see if we could run it. We're going to go Jan the 1st, 2022, and we're going to run it till today. Alright. You can leave 0 latency. We're going to run it on 1 minute OHLC. It's just so that we could backtest faster and get a general idea of what we're looking for. We just check the stream quality, see if everything's okay. Yep, still good. Alright. Run it on 1 minute OHLC, and then we're going to run a fast genetic based algorithm with this complete criterion max set. That's very important. I always optimize using this complete criterion max. What it basically does, takes a range of your Sharp ratio, your profit factor, and then works out, and your drawdown, and it works out, and the profit, and it works out what the best result is and gives that result a score. Okay, now we can configure the inputs. Everyone with me so far? No questions. Let's carry on. Now we're going to configure the inputs. So the signal thresholds, just going to optimize from 0 to 100. I don't think we need that in this, but we'll just do it anyway. Let's go up in steps of 5, so it's not so many optimizations. Okay, price level to execute due. That is if you want to have pending orders. So we don't want pending orders, we want to execute it at market price. Stop levels. This is now important. You need to understand what the stop levels are for the security or the instrument that you're trading. So if we go into view, go to symbols, or you could just click the symbols thing here, and then we're going to go into metals and we're going to go into gold. And you can see here the stop levels are 50. So that means you need to increment your stop losses in amounts of 50. Okay, so that's what I do. So if we go back to our okay, so we'll say stop loss, we'll start at 0, and 0 is we don't want a stop loss. We'll go up in steps of 50, and we'll go to 5,000, I think. Okay, expiration, pending orders, we're not going to do pending orders, so it doesn't really matter. Moving average period, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with 5. We'll go up in steps of 5, and we'll go to 200. Maybe we could go to 300. Maybe we might find something a little bit better higher up. Okay, moving average time shifts, we're going to leave that. We don't want to shift. Shift is if you want to take it back however many candles. We're going to keep exponential, we're going to close price, we're going to keep the weight at 1 because it's the only indicator on you. If you want to have multiple indicators, your weight, you want half RSI, half, but we'll go into that in the next one when we build the mean reversion strategy. Stop loss and trailing, we're going to start at 0. Again, we go up in 50, and we're going to go to 5,000, just like we did for the 5,000, just like we did. And the risk percentage, I think let's just optimize for different risk levels. Start at 1, we'll go up in 1, and we're not going to risk more than 5. Okay, so that's our optimizations. Any questions yet? No questions yet. Cool. Now we're going to run the optimization. So basically what this is going to do is going to find the best levels for this, and we're going to run on the daily chart. So I'm going to start that. Okay, so the optimization is running. I'm using, I'll just let you know that I use the MQL5 cloud network. So basically what this does, it allows you, and you can see we're using the cloud in Europe. This allows you to use other people's computing power to run your backtests. Normally to run a backtest like this on your computer with so many, it's going to take hours and hours and hours. So this allows you to use computing power of other people's computers. And you need to pay, I mean, it's probably about $2 or $3 per backtest. So I like to keep a little balance in my account. And then I always use the cloud network to do optimizations. Okay, so while that's running, let's build our trend following system. I mean, our mean reversion system. So again, I'm just going to close this window. Okay, so a mean reversion system is basically when you get it's essentially you buy the dips and you sell the rises and hoping that it will come back down to the mean. So I'm going to use two. I'm going to use the moving average, and I'm either going to use the CCI, which is the commodity index, or I'm going to use the RSI. So I think I'm going to do the CCI first. I've never used CCI with, and I just think, just give it a try. It's got the word commodity in, so maybe it works with gold. That's my sort of rationale, but Who knows? Okay. There we go. Expert Advisor generate again. We're going to call this gold mean. Okay, we click next. Add. We're going to add a moving average. So basically what we want to happen is that when the price is above a certain moving average or below a moving average, and then so your other indicator, whatever is RSI or CCI, is either in overbought or oversold. So if you're above the moving average and you oversold, you buy. If you're below the moving average and you overbought, you sell. That's the sort of rationale behind that. So the moving average, we're just going to keep defaults. And we're going to add, let's try CCI. Commodity Channel Index. Let's try that. Okay, we go next. I'm going to use a trailing stop based on fixed level. Next. And we're going to trade with fixed risk. And we're going to finish that. So there's our second EA. So we've just built 2 EAs in 10 minutes. That's how quick it is, and that's how easy it is. Okay, I do see, last time I was wondering about the magic number, but I do see they use magic number, which is interesting. So let me just see something. Magic number, this is very important when you write EAs. Essentially, it's a unique identifier for EA. So if you want to run the same EA on multiple different charts, you need to have a unique magic number per EA. Else what they'll do, they will conflict. So if you have an open trade on the one EA and then you say close in the other EA, they will close each other out, and it causes issues. So for every EA, you need to have a unique magic number. That's called trend. Let me see. Oh, so it did create a unique magic number. Now see also it's got your every tick. So either you could trade on every tick or new bar, which is quite cool. I didn't realize they did that in the wizard. Okay, so let's go. So we've got 2 A's, so let's see how let's compile the mean reversion one. Okay, so that's compiled. So now we've got 2 EAs. Let's go see how our other one is doing, see if we got any decent results. So we started with 5,000. So the results are not great. I mean, it's low drawdown, good Sharpe ratio. Not really great results. I mean, I generally look for a result above 70. So these are not great results. But it's stable, you know what I mean. So that's about 10% per annum, which is not great, but it's not terrible either. Let's run one of these quickly and just see. You know, I mean, you could build 20 of these, and you're doing, you know, you have 10% per annum. You're doing 200% per annum. Okay, so let's look at the graph. It's okay. It's a trend following system, so you're not really expecting, but I could see there's, if you look at the inputs, the back test, 40%, 42% win ratio. What's very good is that your average profit trade is more than your last trade, so that if you've got a low win ratio, it will work out, but it's not terrible. Let me just check something out. See if we run this at like a 5% risk. See, if we change 5% risk, the drawdown is a little bit too high. But that's not great. So let's try run this on. Okay, so before we do that, let's run our other one. We've built 2 EAs. So it's okay. Decent drawdown, good Sharpe ratio. So it's not terrible. Let's have a look at this one. equity curve not that great, but I can see it trades basically every day or most days. So it goes up, and what is the best moving average period is 5. Okay, let's park that one for a bit and let's go. I mean, it's profitable. It's not 100% where you want to be, but it's not bad. Okay, now let's go to our mean reversion one. So we're going to go again. We're going to look in our folder called mean. We're going to test that. And we're going to test that. Let's try on the hour chart. And we'll come back and test the gold one. But I mean, you could try different time frames. You could try different settings. You can do 1 minute HLC inputs. Okay, let's do our inputs. So the threshold, we're just going to do the same thing again here. And we're going to run this at fast generic base old. Yeah. So inputs, I'm going to go 10. Let's go up in steps of 10. Okay. And leave that stop loss again. We're going to start at. We're going to go 0, 0, 0, 0, and we're going to go to 5. Sorry, we're going to go up in steps of 50. Same as the other one. We go up to 5,000. Okay. And leave that. Moving average period. We're going to also start 5. Go in steps of 5, and we'll go to 200. No, we're going to go exponential moving average, close price. Now we have to do something with the weighting because we've got two indicators. So we'll start at 0. We'll go up in 0. What does it go? 0 to 0.1, and we'll go to 1. Okay. Channel the commodity index price. So we're going to start at, let's start at 5, go up in steps of 5, and we'll go to 30. Price series, close price, and then also we're going to go, we're going to start at 0. So we're going to see which one is weighted more. Which one do you want to have more effect on the trading? Do you want the RSI to be more effective, or do you want the moving average to be more effective? So we'll go up in 0.1, and we'll go up to 1. And then stops, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start at 0. We're going to go up in 50. And we're going to go up to 5,000. Okay, and then risk, we're going to start at 1. We're going to go up in steps of 1, and we're going to go to 5. Okay, so there's our optimizations. Let's run it. Let's hope we get some better results than with the trend follower. Alright, let's start this. Okay, so while this is running, we actually do some. Okay, already we've got some decent results. They're already looking a little bit better than the trend following. I mean, it's going to take a couple of seconds to run this. Yeah, we're getting some decent results here. Much better than the trend following system. So what I generally look for is the highest profit that's above, the results above 80, decent drawdown, and a decent Sharpe ratio. So you could actually look at any of these ones. So this one looks pretty good. 9% drawdown is decent. Once the backtest is finished, I'm going to go sort by profit and choose the biggest profit with the lowest drawdown with the highest result, essentially. Questions? Okay, we're almost done. Quick sticks. You run with the network, it's amazingly fast. Okay, so let's sort by profit. And there we've got a 28,000 profit. So that is very good. Drawdown's a little high, but I mean 15%. And that's on a fixed risk of 4, 5, so not bad. Let's try find like a little bit less drawdown. But I mean I could live with 13% over 2 years. That's not bad. So let's actually just run one of these. 80 is a good score. Okay, let's run it. Have a look at the equity curve. Oh, that's very nice. Much better. Okay, let's see the back test. 60% win ratio. Profit trade. I like this very much. Very nice. I would run this live. So we make, you know, almost 100%, almost 400%. A drawdown of 15%, which is very, very decent results. Okay, so here's it. How much time we got? Maybe we could do another one. We could do RSI maybe. Okay, but anyway, that's showing you how to build a gold. Yeah, I think we actually call it a day. I want to keep the video short, keep it entertaining. People enjoy it more. So this is very good results. I'm happy with this. Now what we do here is, what we'll do now is, because we like the results of this one, what we're going to do, we're going to save this setting. They're called set files. Whenever people talk about set files and you want to load set files, this is a set file. So I'll actually show you how now to save your set file, put your EA onto a chart, and then load that set file. Okay, so we're going to save this setting, and I've just called it no, and I've got a folder here called no coding. Save it anywhere you want on the on your computer. So this is called gold mean underscore H1. Always put the time frame in so you know which time frame you're dealing with before you add it to a chart. We're going to save that. So now if you want to start trading with this, I'm just going to open up a new chart, gold chart. So you go into view, market watch, say gold, chart window, and you want it on the 1 hour because you're adding a 1 hour set. You've tested on the 1 hour, you're happy with the 1 hour. Then make sure that you click the AlgoTrading button. And let me just close my market watch. Then what you would do, you'll drag your gold mean onto the chart. You'll see your settings. I just always click both of these. I don't know what that means, but and then you see you got your inputs, and you see it loads the default inputs by default. It loads those inputs. So what you need to do now, you say load. Go to live sets, no coding, gold mean 1 hour. Say OK. And now it's loaded those sets. You're trading. You're trading live now. I already took a position. That's actually quite cool. Let's have a look. So it's taken a position. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my videos. There's going to be plenty more no coding videos to come. I also do live trading, technical analysis. I trade cryptos, I trade indices, I don't trade Forex anymore, but I trade the most of the stuff. So click the like button, click notifications. I come on every day. Make sure you don't miss a show. Cool. Cheers. Have a good one.